Today is April 12th, 2021. This is the Kubernetes CSI implementation meeting. We'll go down our usual release agenda first, starting with 119. Jing is following up with the Eng prod folks to figure out how to actually promote binaries from staging to release. So I think I'll ping her again on the status of this. Next, we have 121. I think we're focusing now on releasing these sidecars. So let's go into specific feature work, starting with snapshots.
I think snapshot, we are still trying to figure out this patch thing. It's granted there. I think it's asking questions in API machinery just to see if anyone knows about this. But it looks like we have not heard anything. Yeah, so we'll make a decision if wait for a couple of days, it's not there, then we will just need to cut the release without this change. And I also got someone working on the Go mod update. I don't see an PR yet, but we'll pin this person who's supposed to work on this. That's it.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Next is storage capacity.
Yeah, I think we are still working through, I think, a few last. No, actually, the external provisioner things all merged. And I also fixed or enhanced the tests so that they run faster. That was something that you pointed out when you actually try to test yourself. It was unnecessarily slow. Originally, the metrics were registered globally, and the tests were written such that they ran sequentially to check those global metrics instances. But then later, I actually changed the code to have a different way of registering, and it was fairly easy to parallelize the tests, and that has all been merged. So I guess I'm good for the release for storage capacity. And this investigation with cluster autoscaler, I think that's something that we can start once we are done with 121.
Okay.
And also the other to-do items. This is basically performance investigations, gathering feedback from the developers. I think we can carry that over all into a new project board for storage capacity GA, or we rename this one here. Both works for me.
Okay, I think a new board is fine. Question about patch versus update. Right now we're using update, is that right?
We are using update, yes.
Okay, I wonder if we should just beforehand just add the patch permission to the RBACs. Because
I think I've done that with the goal in mind of not having to rewrite RBAC rules. But let's check that. Yeah, I had the same concern if we want to change that later on. Yeah, there's patch.
Yeah, looks like it's there. Good, cool.
Yeah.
That was my only suggestion because we're having this issue of having to do major releases. All right.
I'm still not sure why RBAC rules are split into patch versus update, because you can do one with the other, and well, I guess it's a historic thing, but it sounds like to me like a write permission would have been more appropriate. But well, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. All right, awesome. So it sounds like in terms of external provisioner, all the changes we need are in.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you. I will just mark this complete then for 121. We'll handle the releasing stuff next. Next, we have volume populators. Is Ben on the line?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm in the process of addressing the review feedback, and we already have a PR to fix a bug in the populator stuff. So I'm chugging along, and I have not yet followed the process of like setting up the proud jobs or any of those things, but I have those links. So I'm driving towards doing an alpha release of the populator stuff.
Awesome. Thank you. Next is volume expansion. Is Hamat here? No. I think there was one change he was waiting on in the resizer. That might have been it, but otherwise the resizer should be ready to go, I think. I'll double check with him later. Next is volume health.
I think Warning House is just waiting for the Go mod update PR. Think I think that's it.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. All right. Going back up to the sidecars, do we have any updates on the sidecar releasing?
I think I'm waiting for those PRs before I can cut those snapshotter and health monitor.
For the provisioner, I'm just waiting to get added as a maintainer of the repo, and then I can proceed with the rest of the release.
Cool. So basically for provisioner, it's basically ready to go, like change log and things are ready.
V205 is ready to go. We need to merge the PR for the changelog for V2.2.0. And then everything else involves creating the tags and stuff.
There was a change that came in late last week regarding logging secrets. I think, do we need to backport that to the previous releases and do patch releases for them?
So that was not an issue in the release 2.0 branch. And then it was an issue in the release 2.1, and that was already backported to release 2.1.
Okay, so also we need to prepare a 2.1 release.
Got it. Is that so? Okay. I was curious. Are those these are released on like a as needed basis, or like basically every minor version then needs to get covered?
It's just a as needed basis, I think.
Okay.
So,
Because I didn't
but I think given that this is like logging secrets is a potentially a security issue, so I think this is why I was thinking we should backport and do a release soon.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do. I'll create a change log for that.
Cool. Sounds good. Thank you. Are there any other repos that are almost ready to go?
The attacher and maybe a resizer, I think it's almost ready. At least we have a rebase PR pending.
Okay. And the changelog is all merged as well?
No. I will do it after the rebases.
Okay. I'll follow up on the resizer. I recall Hamad wanted me to review something, but I haven't done it yet. So I'll take a look at that.
All right.
All right. Let's see. We said these don't need releases. Jing is working on this. Do we need a release for CSI test or libutils?
I don't think so.
Okay. I will mark this as no release needed. All right. Sounds good. Any other topics? I'm gonna mute you, Jan.
I added something. So a short reminder, Michelle, the blog post is soon to be published. We need to get the final merge or final review done. I think I made all the changes that we were requested. So your final approval would be needed for the blog post.
Cool.
I thought
Thanks.
she
I'll
has
take a
already
look.
I thought she has already given Loku to me, right? No? Thought I
Well,
saw her.
Did you?
I thought
Okay.
or maybe
I think on the health blog.
Oh, not this one. Okay.
Yeah, I think I need to take another look at this one. So yeah,
Okay.
I'll do that today.
Yeah, if you want me to make changes sooner, you can do it, the better. I'll still try to check for a few more hours, but at some point it's getting late for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem.
And the other is independent of the current releases. You might remember that we had sometimes flaky image build jobs. The reason is known. It's related how multi-architecture support in Docker depends on QEMU emulation for foreign architectures, and that sometimes just fails, manifesting in failed package updates on, say, ARM or some other foreign architectures. The solution in that case is to go to prow K8SIO, look for the job and retrigger it. The problem right now is that we all don't have permission to do that. It's tied to, I think, test infra can do it for us, but it's kind of, yeah, cumbersome for everyone involved to get to hunt someone down who can do it. What these two PRs do is, one creates an organization or a team in Kubernetes that then holds the members who can retrigger these jobs. And currently it's the SIG leads, tech leads, and myself or someone who has been working in that area, but we could also extend that as needed. And then in the test info repo, the job gets a new entry that basically allows that team to retrigger. I hope I did it correctly. I'm not, this is the first time for me, but I hope I copied it correctly from somewhere else. So with that in place, we would be able to do that ourselves. And to do it is, as I said, go to prow K8SIO, search for the job, and then there's a rebuild button that can be pressed.
Okay. So yeah, this sounds this sounds good. I'll go ahead and take a look at this. Thanks.
And the test infra job is just work in progress because the org basically gets referenced and doesn't exist yet. So I probably should set up the org first and then see whether the other test infra thing is correct.
All right. Sounds good. Cool. Thanks for looking into this. Are there any other topics anyone wants to discuss? All right, then we'll end for today. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.